Chartered accountants in industry are the backbone of financial stewardship, governance, and strategic decision making, shaping and driving the future across sectors. Namaskar and warm welcome to all. Chartered accountants play pivotal roles as CFOs, CEOs, auditors, strategists, and policy advisors, upholding the core values of integrity, excellence, and independence. They are at the forefront of driving governance, financial discipline, and strategic success through initiatives like specialized knowledge programs, national conferences, CFO summits, awards, campus placements, and leadership development. The CMIB nurtures an ecosystem where our members can excel, innovate, and contribute meaningfully to Viksit Bharat 2047. Let us together script the new chapter of professional excellence, economic growth, and ethical leadership. ICAI is immensely proud of each one of you. Thank you.
In this present global panorama, marked by rapid regulatory and technological disruptions, the demand of chartered accountants have grown manifold not only in India but across the world. CAs are playing a pivotal role in protecting the public interest by being a custodian of the financial landscape. Chartered accountants are also playing an important role in promoting the adoption of innovative technologies such as artificial intelligence and machine learning. The increased adoption of these new-gen technologies is contributing to the ease of doing business and are paving the way for a brighter future. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is deeply committed to creating a comprehensive professional ecosystem that meets the changing needs of society. A multitude of progressive initiatives have been developed to equip chartered accountants with the knowledge and the skills required to take on the new challenges of the 21st century. I would like to reiterate that chartered accountants have been and will continue to be at the forefront of driving economic growth in India. At ICAI, we are dedicated to our members and will continue to strive for their success.
The brain drain which was happening earlier, before 2014, of the chartered accountants has stopped in a great way. And when our best of the talent of the finance pupils have started contributing for the development of trade and industry here, I think very soon we are going to the third largest economy of the world. And if some slowdown is there in the western part of the world or the USA or other countries, I don't know, one of the reason may be that even the reverse brain drain has started. My chartered accountants who are there physically in other parts of the world, now they have started coming back. They are contributing in trade and industry. They are opening their own startups. And I think Prime Minister Modi is also very keen that how our Indian chartered accountants can be the global outfits. And the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, both the Central Council members are trying their level best to see that how Indian firms, Indian consultancy firms, and when we do talk of the Indian consultancy firms, in Indian consultancy firm, practically every chartered accountant is member in industry. Even in the practicing chartered accountant firms, 90% chartered accountants are members in industry. Because those who are having certificate of practice may be treated, the practicing chartered accountant, rest others are the members in industry. There is very thin difference between the members in industry and practicing chartered accountants nowadays. And you see there is a great demand of Indian chartered accountants across the world. I do place 30,000 chartered accountants, newly qualified chartered accountants in a year. That is the capacity of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and that is the demand of the best accounting professionals of the world.
excited looking at the crowd that has come here. And I'm reminded of the days when your institute started. All of you are aware that the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India was set up an Act of Parliament way back on 1st July 1949. Last message of the day, we have to keep performing for this great country, making it the superpower of the world and empowering our fellow members so that all of us can create history, breach benchmarks. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for joining us today. Yes, we have a very important topic to discuss. We're talking about rise of AI. Yes, we are in fact talking about rise of AI in corporate finance and the various challenges, the various opportunities that lies ahead, and what exactly is the road ahead like. So you're going to be, discussing all of that, giving us an insight into what exactly lies ahead. Thank you so much for giving us your time, all panelists. A huge round of applause for all our panelists here. Himanshu ji, I'll begin with you. What exactly is the role of AI, in sort of your organization? Are you looking at augmenting human decisions? Is it to cut costs? Or is it, to just automate routine tasks? How exactly are you looking at the role?
Cost cutting at one stage might not be the inclination of any good organization, because the main incline is towards efficiency, primarily. Efficiency, and what the outcome is useful to the company. So when you talk about cost cutting, I would say it's primarily towards efficiency. Yeah. And yes, using it for analytics and business decisions. Yes, AI today, for example, I'll just share with you. Suppose there is a GST mismatch of 500 or maybe 600 odd crores. They're using a human brain for maybe 60, 70 hours, which may be done maybe in 6 minutes or 10 minutes by an AI tool. I think that increases the efficiency for the organization and brings good results. So it's a mix of both, primarily using the knowledge available on the AI platforms to have a decision making is probably a good idea.
I would want other panelists also to sort of share your thoughts. Sir, please go ahead.
Now, with the help of AI, the tools which we are having, now we are able to project region-wise, society-wise, area-wise. And believe me, so it's not about that production or more production of the power. It is more about the optimal use of the power, which we are trying to talk about. The same way with the help of AI, like one of the panel members were talking about, it's not about cost cutting with the AI. It's about cost optimization or revenue optimization, value addition, cutting the, checking or putting some kind of stick on revenue leakages. Those things are going to help me. It's not about closing of the books. Earlier we used to have those kind of days when for 1 rupee reconciliation we'll spend whole of our night to reconcile that 1 rupee ka trial balance ka difference. Now we are talking about the future. We are talking about new idea generation. And in one of the conferences we were talking about, CFOs are not CFOs. They used to talk about chief future officers. Now we are saying waiting CEOs. And that is true. So I think for me, AI is going to help, but AI should be assistant to us, and they should be intelligent enough.
Right. Sankalpji, I'll come to you now. Who exactly do you think really owns the success of financial AI implementation?
It's an interesting question, right? So the ownership at the end or the sponsors of it is the CEO, CTO, and the CFOs. Because the CFO is the one who's sponsoring, CEO is the one who has to drive it, and CTO is the one who has to back the AI-driven solution. But then the whole team is also the one who has to drive together, right? So you drive a solution which my fellow panelists were saying, they're driving, let's say, reporting automation. But if the reporting automation is being driven and the team do not support, of course, the successes lies with the team as well. So while it is a CFO, the CTO, and the CIO who are actually the responsible and accountable in a racy matrix, but it also is the other people in the team who are responsible. Even the legal teams is, because the GDPR compliances, the European Union compliances, the PII information, all of that needs to be taken care of by the legal team. So it's not just CFO, while most of the times we keep saying that a CFO is responsible. Hey, he's the one who's taking the money. Hey, what is happening? But if the team or the whole company does not come together to drive it, I think it will not be a success.
CS Sharma, I would like to ask you my next question. I want to understand, how do you address potential cultural resistance and, of course, this fear of job loss when you're introducing AI? And what is your strategy for communicating value of AI as tool of empowerment and not as a source of fear?
It's very interesting. The cultural, just the fear of job loss can be addressed by the CFO by emphasizing that AI is just a strategic enabler, not the job threatening tool. Yeah? So you can train your employees, you can upskill their strategies, and they can learn AI tools and come out of the fear of the losing the jobs, right? So with the help of the AI, we can automate the regular repetitive tasks, as well as we can increase the accuracy and the output volume in a minutes, in the seconds. Output is coming in seconds. So finance team can be deployed for the other productive jobs. They can devote more time for the strategic aspects instead of repetitive jobs. So this way they can come out of the fear that they will lose the job.
How has the implementation of AI also brought in a very structural, let's say, realignment between CIO and CTO teams? Do you think that has happened?
Ma'am, I think that realignment, we should not use the word realignment. We should use the word how we can unite. How can we unite is important, because no enterprise can get success if there is a team. If there is no team, no success is there. So whether it is Chief Information Officer, or whether it is Chief Finance Officer, whether it is something in departmental heads, the coordination in between all should be like a team, because a better team wins. If there is no team, nothing can be, we cannot think of the winning the game. So we will have to make a team including CFO, CEO, CIO, CTO, whoever, whatever this. Second thing, just to share one more idea, that now the ABCD has been changed. Now there is no A for apple, B for book, C for cat, D for dog. Now A for artificial intelligence, B for blockchain, C for cloud computing, D for data science. So like this, we will have to change ourselves. Now all things have changed. Teach your children even कि ABCD का मतलब आप वो नहीं है कि A for apple, B for book और C for cat. A का मतलब आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस सिखाना पड़ेगा, B for blockchain सिखाना पड़ेगा, C for cloud computing सिखानी पड़ेगी, D for data science बतानी पड़ेगी. So all these things will only work. Thank you.
You've put that very clearly in a nutshell. You've just sort of explained what we all wanted to hear. Thank you so much, for giving us your time. What an interesting discussion this has been, and very insightful chat, that we had today. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Namaskar. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Committee for Members in Industry and Business और Zee Business की खास पेशकश एलिवेट CFO फोरम में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम मौजूद हैं पिंक सिटी जयपुर में। रोहित जी, आपके पास आना चाहेंगे। आप बता सकें जो बोर्ड है, जो CEOs हैं, वो CFO ऑफिस से क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं आजकल। इनफैक्ट स्पेसिफिकली फाइनेंस के अलावा जो नॉन फाइनेंशियल मोर्चा है उस फ्रंट पर किस तरह की उम्मीदें हैं?
Sir, basically, when you look up to the organization and the board's expectations from a CFO, so the time has changed. Earlier, the CFO used to be part of strategic decision making. Still today, it is so. But at the same time, the board look up to the ATRs. The ATRs are the action taken report. Whenever we see the board is fed up with the decisions are taken, but the implementations are not done at the ground level. Today, the things have changed. The CFOs are required to execute the decisions which are being taken in the board. At times, there is a lot of delay and the time has changed. When we look up to the technology, AI, things are very fast. And whenever the decision is taken, so we should focus as a CFO, we should focus that things are reported on ground. And for this, to be on the professional side, I would say I'll encourage the CFOs and the board to appoint the professionals on their board as an advisor so that they can give some hand holding to the board as well.
आप CFOs के रोल के बारे में भी बता सकें, कुछ आपके एक्सपीरियंसेस, कुछ अनुभव किस तरह से रहे हैं? ये तो इंडस्ट्री में जिस तरह से हम देख रहे हैं गतिविधियां चल रही हैं, CFOs के रोल को भी आप कैसे इस एनवायरनमेंट में देख रहे हैं? बिजनेस में जब अनसर्टनिटीज़ होती हैं तो वो किसी भी बिजनेस के लिए ठीक नहीं है, तो क्या CFOs का रोल ऐसे में और ज़्यादा चैलेंजिंग हो जाता है?
Yeah, so in fact CFO role अभी मैं अगर in fact if I compare from last 5-7 years, so definitely this actually fundamentally changed actually CFO role. So right now the requirement of CFO is to basically, I can say there are three fundamental requirement for the CFO side. So one is basically financial understanding is very basic. It is actually required. Second thing is business understanding. So deep business understanding is also one more thing. And third is your fluency in digital and AI.
Right.
So these are the three basic things which actually expected from the CFO and to carry out the job.
जी शुक्रिया, आपको अपने कमेंट के लिए हम लौट कर आते हैं। पुष्पेंद्र जी आपके साथ में हैं। पुष्पेंद्र जी, आप बताइए, आप PVR आइनॉक्स ग्रुप को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, तो आप ये बताइए आजकल के दौर में अगर हम टाइम की बात करें और अगर हम उसको आपसे अलग अलग कैटेगरीज में देखना चाहें, एक तरफ कंप्लायंस रिपोर्टिंग की बात करें, दूसरी तरफ हम ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी की बात करें और साथ ही स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप की, तो फिर आखिर एलोकेशन किस तरह से बदल रहे हैं? पिछले कुछ सालों में किस तरह से बदलाव हुआ है और आगे हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं? हाउ इज़ द रोड अहेड लुकिंग सर?
थैंक यू सौरभ, बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न है। पर सबसे पहले गुड इवनिंग और हेलो जयपुर। थैंक यू ICAI फॉर दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी। आई थिंक ICAI इज़ वर्किंग टायरलेसली फॉर मेंबर्स इन इंडस्ट्री नाउ एंड इट इज़ apparent ऑल्सो। कमिंग टू योर क्वेश्चन सर, अगर इसको आसानी से समझें, आज से 4 या 5 साल पहले अगर 100% टाइम को एलोकेट करें तो ब्रॉडली 60% समय कंप्लायंस को निपटाने में निकलता था, फिर करीब 30% समय निकलता था बाकी ऑपरेशनल इनएफिशिएंसीज, एफिशिएंसी इम्प्रूवमेंट एंड सो ऑन। 10% टाइम में भी स्ट्रेटजिक, फ्यूचरिस्टिक डिस्कशन और समथिंग मोर फ्रूटफुल, उस तरह की चीज़ों में मौका लगता था। पर आज के परिवेश में जहाँ टेक्नोलॉजी इज़ एट इट्स फोर और AI का ज़माना आ गया है, चीज़ें ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुआ है। जो 60% था वो आज 40% आ गया है, जो 30% था वो बढ़ के बल्कि 45-50 ही हो गया होगा, और स्ट्रेटजिक भी 20 से 25%। दैट्स हाउ थिंग्स हैव चेंज्ड। एज ए टैक्स हेड इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन नाउ वी आर इन्वॉल्व फ्रॉम द वर्ड गो। कोई ट्रांजेक्शन जब सोची जाती है उस लेवल से यू आर इन्वॉल्व इन द ट्रांजेक्शन एज अपोज टू पोस्टमार्टम ऑफ द ट्रांजेक्शन, just recording the history vis-a-vis shaping the future, be part of that transaction.
Right sir, we will come to all of you one by one. अब गौरव साहब आपके पास आना चाहेंगे। गौरव जैन साहब, आप AU स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, तो इस रीजन में आप हमें कुछ ट्रेंड्स के बारे में बता सकें, कुछ आपकी जो अपनी लर्निंग्स रही हैं, आप कम्युनिटी के साथ क्या साझा करना चाहेंगे, क्या शेयर करना चाहेंगे, किस तरह से आप बदल रहे हैं। आप रूरल बेल्ट में भी काफ़ी जोर देते हैं, तो वहाँ क्या आप सीखने को मिला है, ये क्या इंडिकेशंस हैं फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन के लिए जो बढ़ रहे हैं, और ये जो बदलाव हो रहे हैं वो क्या दर्शा रहे हैं?
So I'll answer this in two parts. First is sort of my personal learnings since becoming a CA, and second is sort of what AU is doing and how AU is looking at the role of CFO, right? So first, मतलब मैं जयपुर से ही चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूँ, उसके बाद मैंने मर्जर्स एंड एक्विजिशन में काम किया, उसके बाद स्ट्रैटेजी में काम किया, उसके बाद डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में काम किया, एंड देन फाइनली आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग विद AU अबाउट 5 years बैक. एंड सो द रोल ऑफ CFO, जो जैसा कि कई लोगों ने बोला और सर ने भी बोला था कि अपना चीफ वैल्यू क्रिएशन ऑफिसर, राइट, आई थिंक सबसे बड़ा है, बिकॉज द CA प्रोफेशनल और द CFO इज एन अवांटेज पोजिशन वेयर ही हैज़ एक्सेस टू नंबर्स, राइट, and through the numbers you can understand what is working in the business, what is not working, what course correction needs to be taken, right? So I think वो पूरा एक अभी जैसा रोल बन रहा है, वो पूरी कंपनी का सूत्रधार बन रहा है, right? Who needs to do what does the CEO need to talk to different business heads, for example, right? टेक्नोलॉजी में इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना करना है, कितना पैसा कहाँ से बचा के, so it's always, everything is pivoting around the CFO in a number of ways.
अविनाश जी, आपकी तरफ से एक ICAI के लिए मैसेज.
Sir, I would like to say that our friends in the industries, they should come on a platform like Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, where they will interact with the technical experts of various subjects. Because as a CFO, you may not be expert of each and every subject, but practicing professional are generally are subject matter experts. So this institute have given a platform where you can interact with these kind of people. You can interact with your peers in the different industry or in the same industry. And ultimately, we should know wherever we are, whether we are in profession or whether we are in company. This is one reason, one common thing behind all of us, that we are member of this Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and we are there because of our technical knowledge and skills, which we keep on enhancing by coming, and Institute is doing and providing these platform like this, and we should take full use of that.
Right, sir, that's all the time we had. Thank you all of you for joining us, for great insights, trends बताने के लिए, CFOs के बदलते भूमिका पर नजरिया देने के लिए और आगे की राह दिखाने के लिए आप सभी का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you very much.